Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Today is Friday. My name is Janitra Jojo Waddell. I am the only live past crazy specialist in the whole world, so what better place to be than here with me? This is the morning show where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're ready to get this day started. It is bright and early. 7:18 this morning. Yesterday we talked about going beyond, taking the risk of going past your own self-imposed limitations. So how did that work out for you guys yesterday? What did y'all think about that? Going past your own self-imposed limitations. Because sometimes that is exactly what we do. And get out of your own mental model. That means how you set your day up. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then other people influence your mental model of how you're going to handle your day, how you're going to handle everything. But what happens if you challenge that? Think about this. What are you doing by keeping yourself safe in your own self-imposed limitations? What are the benefits of that? It's a good question. And remember, on Thursday, we talked about you are in search of the wholeness of you. You can't quite put your finger on what's wrong, what's missing. It's because you are in search of wholeness. And you got to find that. Nothing is going to be able to replace that. Good morning, Uncle Harris. It is never too early. It's always on time. Let me add my fearless co-host here. Rosie, can you bring me a bottle of water through the other door? Good morning, Charlene. Yes, thank goodness it is Friday. And let me tell y'all, in search of honey, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. Hey, to the man. Good morning, Lynn.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm peachy.
Good deal. Good deal. I'm excited over here because it's my mama's birthday.
I saw that. Happy birthday, Mama.
You would have thought it was my birthday the way me and my little one were acting in this house. But you know, we get excited about cake.
Yes. That's always a good thing.
Right. Awesome, guys. Well, good morning, guys. Yes, and I see the comment is too early in the morning to confess.
That's my Uncle Harris.
Well, what did you do, Uncle Harris?
I love my Uncle Harris. He is a comedian to his heart. He is a real comedian.
Okay, awesome sauce. Awesome, guys. So we will go ahead and get started with our quote for today. And our quote is, guys, it's an oldie but a goodie. And I know we shared it before, but I thought that it bears repeating since it is Friday. And you know how we get in our own way sometimes on Friday because we get too excited because it's the weekend, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being excited about the fact that it's the weekend, but that's just a little reminder for you as you go through your weekend. Is by Brendan Mull, and it's smart people learn from their mistakes, but the real sharp ones learn from the mistakes of others. So don't make any mistakes this weekend that you don't decide to learn from as you move forward. Right?
You see what Uncle Harris said? Why we trying to take the preacher job?
Well, you know what? No, Uncle Harris, a preacher is really a teacher, and this is what we're doing. We are teaching.
That's right.
Right? Can I get an amen? We are teaching the people.
Hey, to the man, honey. Amen.
Look, y'all don't hear me. Why you got me going there?
Now let me break out the tambourine up in here this morning.
Lord,
Uncle Harris, we gotta pay attention. Lynn.
All right, y'all. Smart people learn from their mistakes, and the real sharp ones learn from the mistakes of others. So I need y'all, to make sure you're learning from the mistakes of others. It's okay if you make your own mistakes, and that's fine. We are human. We are not Perfect. We need to
Morning,
get
Lisa.
over that. Yes, yes. We're having too much fun. Well, so you got to have it sometime. Yes, ma'am, Charlene. Pass the plate, please, ma'am. Yes. Pass the plate. Is it time for altar call? Is there one?
Yes,
Right?
is there one?
All right, guys. So let's get in this morning for our financial confession and conversation.
All right.
And this morning, good morning, Deandra. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
The conversation this morning is how to stop procrastinating and start investing. How to stop procrastinating and start investing. How many of us are still on the fence about our investing? Go ahead and say me. Type it in. You know this you, right? Be truthful to yourself. You're not hiding the truth from me. You're not hiding it from JoJo. Talk to yourself right now, right? Talk to yourself as if no one else is in the room. You're probably in there by yourself anyway, right? But be truthful to yourself. Are you procrastinating about investing? So what we're going to be talking about is how do you stop procrastinating? But the first thing I want to talk about as far as procrastination, and we've said this before on the show, we've shared this, it's procrastination is slow disobedience, right? But why do we procrastinate? Right? Oh,
I'm telling Aunt D.
she need to be on here because I know her and I love her. You tripping, Uncle Harris. You are tripping.
Go ahead, Liz.
All right. So how do you stop? Well, why do we procrastinate first and foremost?
Because we don't see
we procrastinate. And guys, this is me when it comes to running. I hate running with every fiber of my being. I hate it. I don't want to do it. I know that it's the quickest way for me to build muscle mass. I know that it's the quickest way for me to build up my heart rate because, you need to keep your heart pumping, keep it strong. I know all of the benefits that running can bring. But me as a person, I hate running. Why? Because, and y'all have to forgive me, this is a true confession this morning as well, as if we don't have true confessions every morning. But I have to be perfect when I run. So this is the thing. This is not something that just happened. I was even like this in high school, even in PE class in high school, because there were some the girls that I used to hang out with. They were on the track team, right? And on the track team, those guys, they ran every day after school, and that was the group I hang out with. So I'm trying to keep up with my track team athletes. Lo and behold, guys, I was in the band. Right? I was in the band in high school. Yes, we worked out, but it was in a completely different way. The only time we had to run was when the drum line messed up and the band director made everybody get out there and run the football field. And you better believe we hated the drum line for messing up. That was pure motivation for all of us to get behind the drum line and say, you can do it. But I digress. We would have to get out there and run. And you had these tests in PE and you had to run right by a certain amount of time. You had to finish that fitness test, right? And I would just make up every excuse in the book, y'all. Like I said, I hated running with every fiber of my being. I would make up every excuse in the book. I was like, well, I need to run do this many steps by this time in order to make it in this number of minutes. I got to make sure I have on the right Nike shirt and the right Nike shorts and the right shoes, right? So I make sure that I look the part, I look perfect when I'm running. See, guys, I had all this in my head because it was simply an excuse. I was the procrastination queen, right?
Yeah.
I was the queen, guys, because I hated running. And all I had to do, y'all, was what Nike say, just do it.
Just do it.
That's all I had to do was just to get out there and run because I knew it was going to be a part of my grade. Eventually I did it, right? Eventually I did it because I didn't want a bad grade.
But
I
not
was an
before
A
procrastinating through it.
student. But it was procrastination at its finest. So guys, think about that. I don't know that your procrastination is that deep as mine was for running, but procrastination is keeping us from getting to our next in
Yes.
our investing. Yes?
Yes.
Oh Lord, he said he ran every day because the police was behind him.
Uncle Harris was in the military. He did not have the police behind him. We don't
Oh
believe
God.
it.
See, but that's the right kind of motivation to make me run.
That's
You
right.
got to figure out who is the police that's going to make you start investing in your life.
Amen.
Is MasterCard your police? Is American Express your police? Is you wanting to retire your police, right? Is it that you want to spend more time with your family? Is that your police? Figure out who your police is, right? So you can get past this procrastination and start investing. So release the perfection in it, right? Because there's no perfect way to go ahead and start investing. Bye, Uncle Harris. I guess he's like, bye, Felicia.
That's what he meant, because he is a jokester to his heart. That's exactly what he meant.
He said bye. All right. Goodness gracious, guys. So the next type of procrastinator and find yourself in one of these examples, guys. Sometimes we're just lazy, right? If we're just honest with ourselves, sometimes we're just lazy. We don't want to do what we know we need to do to get to our next, right? Because we don't want to actually go through and pull down the numbers, see where we really are, because oftentimes we're afraid of it. And if we're not lazy, then the next reason we don't do it is we try to compare ourselves to everyone. We always compare ourselves. Well, she's doing, and that's what I did with my running situation, right? Melissa is running 2 laps within this time frame, and Anita's running 4 laps in this time frame. I can't keep up with either one of them, so I might as well not do it, right?
Right.
I'm just being real. I'm being completely transparent with you guys. So you have to figure out for you and in your investing, guys, what's keeping you there, what's holding you back, what's keeping you from moving to your next, right? So getting past procrastination. So how do you get past procrastination? Whether you see yourself in any of those persons that I shared this morning or not. And if you have another thing that's keeping you there, that's holding you back, that's your procrastinator, go ahead and share that too, right? What's holding you back? Because we have to identify that. That's the only way that you can take down or remove that barrier or break through that wall, is actually recognizing that it's there. If you don't recognize the fact that this thing is there that's holding you back, then you'll never get over it. You'll do like the birds that sees the clear glass. He'll just keep bumping into it. Or that fly, when he gets inside of your car and he's trying to get out, he just keep bumping into the windshield. And he'll go try on this side of the windshield, and he keeps going into the windshield. And when you recognize it, right, that's like when somebody rolls down the window and the air starts coming through, right? When you recognize that, that's when you've broken through your barrier. That's when you can go out and fly. So recognize what it is that's holding you back from investing. And then once you recognize that what it is, then you have to put a plan in place for you. And how I moved past procrastination, guys, was I put certain things in place because there are some non-negotiables in my life. All right? There's some non-negotiables. So I have a routine. And this is one of the things I highly recommend that you do if you don't have one. Have a routine for your life, for your mornings, for whatever it is that you plan to do, because once you put a routine behind it, right, you basically put it to paper, is what I'm saying to you, then it allows you to be able to move in a different way, because your mind starts to think along those lines. And one of the recommendations too, there's and JoJo shared this, I think it was, the recommendation is millionaires, what are some of their habits? They go through, and at night they write down those items that they plan to get done the next morning. So make a to-do list of just 10 items. Don't go past 10 because more than likely you won't even get through those 10 that you write down. But what are
That's
those
right.
10 things that are most important for you? Write that down at night before you go to sleep so that next morning when you wake up, what do you think your mind's going to be thinking about? Those
It's
10
stuff you
things that
gotta
you
do.
wrote down, because it's now prioritized those in your mind as far as what you need to do. So
Yep.
how do I have my list broken out? What are my non-negotiables? What are the things that I have to do every morning? And it's not just about my finances, guys. It's about my emotional well-being, my health, my finances. All of that ties back into what I call my non-negotiables. Even though we're having this financial confession and conversation this morning, and I am Lynn Dimmich, America's #1 financial rebound coach, it's more than just looking at my financial wellness, guys, because your emotional wellness, your emotions have to be able to be under control in order for you to be able to benefit and do what you need to do. So in looking at this, what does my morning ritual look like? And you create your own morning ritual. But I have a morning ritual because there are certain things that I need to do, right? In the mornings when I wake up, and my mornings start around 5 o'clock. Sometimes they start at 4. Sometimes I have to get up a little earlier. And I know, and it's crazy. Good morning.
Morning,
Joanne,
Mom.
guys, we're texting at 3 something.
4:30.
But in looking at that, you have to have a morning ritual. So as soon as I get up, what is the thing that I do first? The first thing I do is I have what I call my grateful routine. I thank God for everything that I'm grateful for, right? I thank him for everything that I have, whether it's good or bad, because I'm simply grateful, first of all, to be alive and to know that I'm awake, and to know that my family's still in there, that, I'm simply grateful. So it's just a spirit of gratitude that I wake up with in the morning. And I do this for 15 minutes. And you say, well, why, Lynn? Why you don't do it longer? Well, 15 minutes is the amount of time that I have designated. You can designate whatever time you want to, but this helps you to position yourself in a better way for your day. So these are my non-negotiables, and this is how this is how I stop procrastinating, okay? So once I go ahead and get that list, I make sure I have my non-negotiables on my list. I start out with my gratitude section every morning, 15 minutes. Then I take 30 minutes for my health and well-being, okay? So it's either doing weights or some type of, not aerobics too much, some light aerobics.
Lynn doesn't like to sweat, y'all, is the objective of the story. I've been knowing her for years. She does not like to sweat.
No, I don't. But as I get older, I think it just naturally happens. I don't know what's going on. I can be sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I guess that's TMI, right? I'm sorry, y'all. That's too much information. But I do have 30 minutes for my health. So I do exercises, and I use my body weight or actual weights, free weights, to do that in the morning, just to make sure I get it in, right? During the course of the day. And then, y'all, I take 30 minutes in the morning as well to look over my finances, to look at my numbers. Why, y'all? Because, and I'm going to tell you this, check your bank account every day. There has been so much happening in the news, right? The Equifax breach. Everybody's hacking into all of these different systems from the federal government. Even here in Atlanta, they've hacked into the system where there's probably, the mayor Keisha Lance Bottom, she basically said, she's going to make sure that everyone receives their payroll. But essentially, there's a hacker out there that's hacked the system and told them they need to pay $50,000 or else they won't even be able to utilize the system. It's crazy, guys. So make sure that you know your numbers. Look at it every morning, whether that's looking at your bank account as far as those numbers are concerned. If you want to start investing, start looking at the information. And I know you don't know, in many cases, we don't understand all of the lingo that they may be sharing when they share the stock. But start listening in and seeing what are those little things that you're picking up on as you progress throughout the day. See, we have to prioritize these things in our finances to make sure we're moving to our next level, that we stop procrastinating, start investing.
That's
the
right.
Other non-negotiable that I have on my list, y'all, is I have at least 30 minutes to an hour of each day. And this depends upon what's happening in that day, because some days if I have a workshop or something that I need to go to, then that changes some of the things. And I know that in advance, right? So in looking at it, what are some of those things that I can now do differently? So what I do here is I have education time built into my schedule. This means this is the time that I have set aside for growth, right? How do I now grow myself in my financial knowledge? Okay, so how do I move to my next in this investing situation? Stop procrastinating and move to the next. Put some skin in the game, right? Is essentially what I'm saying to you this morning. Put some skin in the game. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get to your next. So what I would like to do, guys, to invite you, education is key. Education is important when we talk about this investing game. If you want to be in a community of like-minded people who are moving to their next, join us on Facebook, because we have a group that actually teaches you and trains you around all things investing. And we're doing just like the Bible. We're starting from Genesis. We're starting at the beginning of our investing information, right? We're starting at the beginning with the basic terminology. We started looking at what's a bull market, what's a bear market, and we're going to be moving on from there. But what we have is that wealth education planner that you'll be completing and putting in place so that you can now move to your next. So if you're ready, guys, to start doing these things, applying these as non-negotiables in your life, go ahead and send me a message, keyword finances to 345345, and I will make sure that you are added to the group. Text the keyword finances to 345345 and just let me know I want in. I'll add you to that group so that you can join us and get that beginning basics education you need, because we call it the investment incubator. And the incubator basically prepares you, right, in the right way to get to your next. See, the only difference between me and you guys is the knowledge base that I have, right? That's the only difference. So when I impart that knowledge, then now you can go and make those better financial decisions in regards to your investing. And that is the end game.
Yep.
And all do better, essentially. So if you'll text the keyword finances to 345345, I'll be sure to add you to the group, guys. So thank you for listening to this financial confession and conversation. As I stated, I am Lynn Demmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1.
She's
all right,
the
I'm going to pass it over to my co-host. I was about to break out into that, what is that Shaq
what
song? Who, gosh, I can't even think of it. But I'm going to come up with
You'll sing it in a minute. You know, I went to work yesterday trying to figure out the name of that commercial. And everybody's like, really, Louise, you want us to stop working? I said, hey, I just need to know, because I'm convinced it's an Oscar Mayer commercial or a bologna commercial or some kind of commercial. I'm going to figure that out. Just hold on.
Right.
All right.
It's the Apple. Kim shared it with us. It was Apple computer.
I remember a little kid pulling a wagon in the commercial. I don't remember that one. So I'm going to find it. I told Kim, thank you, because I watched that. I was like, it got the same word, but I think it's somebody else. But I'm going to find it. Just hold on. All right, guys.
Okay.
For your fearless thought of the day. Yesterday, Well, this was we talked about finding in search of wholeness. Yesterday we talked. What was my topic yesterday? I said it this morning. Going beyond, going past your own self limitation. So today we're going to end the week, and I've been asking a lot of questions this week, and it's because I want you guys to think about some stuff. Because we can give you information, but eventually you got to ask yourself these questions and find the answers to them yourself. So today's question is, why are you protecting your ego and your self-concept of yourself? Remember we talked about how you're going to protect the new self-concept of you when people challenge the new you. What do you say? Mm-hmm. But why are you protecting your ego around your self-imposed limitations of what you're not doing? Does that make sense? Why are you protecting your ego of, I got it going on, I got some money, I got my life going on, when we know it's going to hell in a handbasket, you know you living in crazy. Why are we hell bent on protecting that ego and that outlook for other people when inside we have turmoil and crazy? Is that not crazy by itself?
Yes, they know they need help. You know you need help. So ask for the help.
Let me tell you something. When you live in crazy, people can see it. When I was living in crazy, people could tell it because I was scared of brain. Couldn't hold a decision for 2.5 seconds. I change it like the wind. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I do it, and then you do it, and then you're mad because you got to do it. And here's my pet peeve. I know I got a lot of them. But if you are going to help somebody, if you're going to do anything for them, you absolutely cannot complain about what you're doing for that person. That takes away your blessing of doing something for somebody. If you're going out of your way to help somebody, don't complain. Oh my goodness, I got to go help this person, and make it seem like you're the great person for helping them. That takes away from your blessing that you're providing for that person. Then I don't want it because I can't receive it because I feel like you're begrudging me, and I don't want that. So if you have to complain to help me, I do not want that assistance at all whatsoever. Right. So why are you protecting your ego around your crazy life? Why are you doing that? And today I also want you to think about, that's a heavy question all by itself, but how do you change the energy around? Yes, Charlene, it's not from the heart. You're right. It's not. And people can tell. You can say, oh, yeah, it is. I really know you don't, because your voice changed. Your face looked funny. And people to people, we recognize spirits and energies. We can tell when you're not wanting to help us. Because when I was living in crazy, y'all, and I had to ask for help, I went to people that truly, and I didn't even know these people from Adam. And I said, I don't have any underwear. I don't have a toothbrush. These people hugged me and gave me everything that I needed, never said a mumbling word. Now, some of my closest friends, I said, I need food. I don't have any money. I don't even have gas. They couldn't answer the phone, or when they helped me, it was always, oh, Lord, you taking my last $10. And you know what? I wouldn't even take it. First of all, this is my confession. I absolutely hate asking for help. So when I get to the point that if I ask you for help, please understand I've exhausted every possibility, and it's me and Jesus working it out right now, and Jesus on the main line. He told me to call you. That is it. So when you help somebody, guys, please make sure it is from your heart, that you're true, because if it's not, it's going to be to your detriment, not the other person. I guarantee that. I got to stop pointing my finger. I'm sorry. I guarantee that. All right, but
I got you.
I learned that in a class. Don't point. Look.
Right.
So let's think about this. How do you change the energy around you? So all this week we've been talking a lot. Yes, and that's a good and a bad thing, Charlene. Sometimes we need to ask for help before it gets to the point of where it can't be fixed. And so as we mature, as we get older, we know, hey, I'm getting into a zone where I need a little help. Let me go ahead and ask. And, that comes with maturity and age. I've gotten a lot better with it than I have without Charlene pointing with me.
Can I
All
let
right,
y'all
so
in on a little secret though?
what?
Millionaires always ask for help.
Don't they?
They always ask for help because they they know that they don't know. So what do? They surround themselves with people who do.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that is cultural for many of us, right?
Yes, yep.
Because we are expected to know and do everything else because we've also taken on this persona that
Yes.
if I want it done right, I got to do it myself.
Myself.
Right?
Because that's what your mama said. Ain't your mama say that? If I want these dishes clean right, I better clean them myself.
No, not my mama. She'll tell you, get back in here, do it over. Get back.
That's what I tell my kids. They hate that.
Right.
But Lynn's right. You got to know when to ask for help. And y'all know me, Mrs. I got to be right all the time. You don't have to know it all the time. Period. And it's okay. It's really okay. I had to learn that the hard way. It is okay. So today, guys, think about that. Why are you protecting your ego and your self-concept? But let's talk one last thing before we finish up the show. How do you change the energy around you? Because a lot of people, we're living in crazy. And if you missed the first webinar, I talked about the steps you needed to do to stop living past crazy. And one of them is changing the energy around you. And if you're with us on April the 7th, I'm going to go more in depth with that. How do you change the energy around you first? And ultimately, the only thing, well, it ain't the only, is you got to not participate in the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you participate in the energy, you become one with the energy. So
you are a co-signer on that loan. That's what it is.
You just bought that house, honey. You just bought that car, and you're gonna have to make payments on it frequently. So,
right.
and here's how you do that. Because you have co-signed on that energy, you stressed out. Now you got to say something. Now you got to participate. Now you got to retaliate. Now I got to have a comeback. Now I got to have response. That mess is exhausted. No, change, stop the energy. Here, this is what I do. When I feel you coming at me crazy, I feel you coming at me sideways, and I can feel it. I know when your language start changing, or when we first start the conversation. I know when you starting to act a fool. I stop participating. I check JoJo completely out of the conversation. What I'm going to do, number one, is change it. I'm going to talk about something so random that it's going to blow your mind. You be like, now what in the, how did she? Because I'm not going to participate in your energy. I can't pick it up. Number two, I'm going to hang up the phone. And be like, oh, Lord, the phone done dropped your call. I'm not participating in your energy.
I'm sorry. You got to stop for a second. You just channeled Bernie Mac for a second when you said, oh, Lord.
That's right. Bernie Mac is my man.
You channeled Bernie Mac there for me for a second. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry.
Bernie Mac was right, honey. You got to call it sometime. Don't participate in that crazy energy. If your phone rings and your energy change when you see that number on the phone, like, Lord, don't answer it. When somebody says something that you know is your button pusher, do not respond. Here's the guy. What's Lynn's favorite movie now that we know? Let It Go. Frozen. You gotta let it go. You got to let that energy go. Because if you pick it up, if you participate with it, you're gonna have to carry that little red wagon, sister. You're gonna have to carry it for the rest of the day till you feel like you're tired and you put it back down. And by the time you're tired, the person who gave you that energy, they just getting ramped up. Have you ever had somebody? I have one person, and I'm getting better at it. I used to fall for it like clockwork. They can call me, Lynn, they can say max 3 words, and I'm on 10,000. I'm ready to blow up stuff. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go. And I had to realize, why do I let them do that to me? Why am I participating in that? Why am I doing that?
JoJo, you're going to get us kicked off of Facebook. We can't say blow up.
Oh, that is right. I ain't mean that. Y'all know what I mean. Got me ready to tear stuff up in this place. And I had to realize I can't participate with that. Hey, that's right, Charlene. Let it go. You've got to let that energy go. Please do not participate in it. Change the energy around you. When you change the energy around you, Lynn, stop laughing at me. When you change the energy around you, the people around you are going to change. Because remember, we talked about you got some new rules, you got new foundations. They will adapt to the new you. And as you change, they're going to try to remind you and bring back your old habits and the old way of things, how they used to be. Yeah, I remember how they used to be. That's why they're not like that anymore. And if you can't come in, again, this is the place where battles are won. You got to stick to that. Once you give them rules, once you set those new boundaries and you changing it, you got to stick to that. I don't give a hill of beans about you being by yourself, you being scared, you being lonely. None of that matters. Peace of mind is priceless, honey. And when you got peace of mind, you'll be surprised what will come your way. But until you stop, if you keep living in crazy, you're going to keep having crazy come to you. And if you ever said, why these crazy? Guess what this crazy person said to me? Because they know you crazy. That's why. They crazy recognize crazy. So please, guys, be mindful of how you participate with the energy around you today. Even your co-workers, even the people that want to talk about how they ain't got no money. The energy of I ain't got no money, the energy I ain't got no food in my house, the energy of my kids are bad, the energy I don't like my job, the energy of whatever. Be mindful of what is surrounding you because it is exhausting you. By the end of the day, you're exhausted. You are so tired fighting all that energy, and you don't even know why you're tired, baby. But that's why, because it is exhausting. So, go ahead. What are you gonna say, Lynn?
Guys, I just wanted to say, for the record, Let It Go, Frozen is not my favorite movie. I do love that song, but Frozen is not my favorite movie. My favorite movie, you can be like, ooh, that's even worse. You probably shouldn't have shared that. My favorite movie is actually Brokeback Mountain.
Lynn!
Maybe, I know you were going to say that, but maybe one day I'll do a video as to what I learned from that movie. That you'll be like, what in the heck? Why does she like Brokeback Mountain?
It's all about learning experiences.
Exactly. And I know a lot of people gonna have the same reaction that you did. You was like, what, girl?
Well, look, Charlie said what?
And what? And you from the South? And what? And you Christian? And what? But I'll tell you, I'll do a video on that and post it and share with you guys why Brokeback Mountain is my favorite movie. And it's not for the reasons you may be thinking. You might even be thinking, I don't even understand how in the world that's going to be your favorite, right? But, oh, Lord, Charlene with her little.
She said, look and see and hear no evil. Add to the man.
I'm telling y'all.
Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we'll do that on April the 7th, and then in our event in June. Maybe we'll do that. That's a good idea, Lynn. Lynn is so smart. All right, guys, that is it. So 2 things today. Why are you protecting your ego? Why are you protecting that self-concept of yourself that is crazy? Why are you doing that? And then change that energy around you. Just stop getting involved in the energy. And take a deep breath. Sometimes you're so used to participating with that energy, you don't even know you're doing it. Soon as you feel your energy and your mindset change, take a deep breath and say, oh no, sister, not today. I can't do you today. And guess what? You release yourself from that energy and you do not have to worry about it. They will change. I promise you. If they want to be a part of your life, they'll change. They don't have any other option. So
right.
All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Morning Show. I had a good time. We had a good Friday, Lynn.
And Friday's always fabulous. It doesn't matter.
You got that. Hey, to the man. I'm about to go celebrate right now. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you here bright and early on Monday morning. Don't forget to share the video. And, of course, here's our YouTube channel. For those who do not have Facebook and you want to share it with them, please make sure you like and comment on the YouTube channel as well. I post our videos every day so that you can catch up. You can binge watch them. Make sure you subscribe so you can get that ding when you get. Lynn has the giggles today like never
I'm
before.
like, yes, binge watch the Fearless Morning Show.
Binge watch it and get you some paper and pen because Lynn be dropping some good knowledge and I be asking some good questions that's going to change your mind all the way around. And we share this because it's stuff that we've been through, things that we have learned the hard way. And you don't have to, y'all. You don't have to at all. What's the quote today? What's the quote? What it amounts to is learn from our lessons so you don't have to do it yourself. Did I get it right, Liz?
Smart people learn from their mistakes, but the real sharp ones learn from the mistakes of others. And that's by Brandon Mule.
That's right, honey. So please learn from us because we don't want you. Now that you know, you are charged with sharing and telling somebody else. All right, guys, have a great Friday. We'll see you here bright and early Monday morning. And look at Charlene. Oh, she gave you 2 L's.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for those L's. I appreciate it. Yeah, but you know, the beauty of this is we still missing the OU because it's you all, but we broke it down to y'all.
That's the teacher in her.
Y'all broke it down even further to y'all. So
we missing all the conflicts in the file.
We'll have one letter after a while.
One letter, you know what I mean.
Oh, that's texting. OMG.
Yeah. That's right. That's what it means. All right, guys. Y'all have a great Friday. Make sure you binge watch the videos on YouTube. Share them with somebody. Leave a comment. And if you have any topics or questions you want us to cover, make sure you send us a message and we will make sure that we cover those for you. And anything else, Lynn, I think I posted your text finances to 345-345.
Yes.
And for those of y'all that want to know where the Be Fearless theme and everything came from, I'm giving away some free chapters of my book. You can click on that link. It's 3 chapters and to read the book. And of course, if you want it, it is available on Amazon. I guarantee if you make it through those first 3 chapters, you're going to buy the book on Amazon. So check it out. Get some reading on this weekend and share that link with other people. And don't forget to text finances to 345-345 for Lynn to get into the Facebook group. All right, guys. I forget anything, Lynn?
No, ma'am. You hit the nail on the head, y'all.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see y'all bright and early on Monday. Have a good one.
Signing off.